My name's Barbara Peters. I now live in Halifax. Originally I was from Huddersfield. I started dancing when I was 2.5, which is quite a lot of years ago. I started to dance at a little class on the outskirts of Huddersfield in 1940. And then when I was 9 years old, I expressed an interest in doing ballet, and that's when I started doing it. I didn't do any ballet until I was 9. In 1948, I took my first ballet exam, and in 2 years, from 1948 to 1950, I passed all my Royal Academy ballet examinations from grade 1 to grade 5 with distinction, honours as it was called then. So it was quite quick. I did my grade examinations, and then I continued on to the major examinations, which were more for students, and I took my elementary exam and my intermediate exam. And when I'd taken my intermediate, by then I was really keen and expressed an interest in going to study, but more to be a teacher rather than a performer. I inquired to get entry into the Royal Academy of Dancing Teachers Training course in London, and I was accepted. I auditioned and I was accepted, but unfortunately I couldn't get any funding because education committees in those days weren't really very excited about dancing. So I then had to work out how I could get some funding, make money before I went. So I left school in the 6th form rather than continue to do my A-levels, and did various jobs to make money. The last one of which was in a summer season in Filey in a show, so I did actually dance professionally for the whole of the summer of 1956. And then I started at the Academy in October 1956. When I qualified, I became a licentiate of the Royal Academy of Dancing, which was to qualify me to teach ballet and classical studies. So when I completed the course, I was 21, and I then went to work in Glasgow for a very short time, and then to Chester, the Hammond School in Chester. And while I was there, I was asked if I would go to Italy to introduce the Royal Academy of Dancing children's syllabus to Italy. So that's what I did for 6 months in 1961. When I returned from Italy, I decided to start a school of my own, and it seemed a good idea to do it in my hometown. And I started the school in 1962. And then in 1963, at the age of 25, I was approached to become an examiner of the Royal Academy of Dancing. And at that time, I was the youngest ever. Latterly, they did reduce the age, but at that time, I was the youngest. For quite a long time, about 20 years, I examined in England, locally, or Ireland, or whatever, because I had a family. And I had to not go too far away. But then latterly, when my children grew up, I was able to travel abroad, and I did Europe, America, Hong Kong, over the next 20 years, I suppose, until I retired 10 years ago. Not long ago, I was asked a question as to how many children I thought I'd taught and examined, and I thought about it, but it's impossible to even guess, because it's thousands, obviously, but I don't know how many thousands, because it's quite a long time, from 1959 to now, and I'm still teaching a little bit, so you're getting on for how many years? 60, 70? When Claire first talked to me about her ideas for baby ballet, she was very excited, but I didn't really share the same confidence. I realised the strength of it, so we got together, and with Claire's strengths and my strengths, we were able to compile a lovely syllabus for little children to enjoy themselves, have a good time. It went from strength to strength, and the rest is history. If I were to be asked what the benefits of baby ballet are, I would say that it inspires children in movement towards a very happy life and a very fit life. And I watch the children, my friends' children, my grandchildren, and realise that all the fun that I had all those years ago is still there. And if they get all the pleasure that I've had over my many years of dancing, then that's a job well done. I'm still dancing today. I attend an adult ballet class every week, and at this moment in time I'm training to take my grade 7 RAD ballet exam. I do have a party trick, which is, and I'm very proud of the fact that at 79 years of age I can still do a cartwheel. And I've just been to Australia to help Claire to launch baby ballet in Australia, and at the end of my holiday there I actually did a cartwheel on the beach, on Northern Beach in Australia. It's very difficult knowing what keeps people fit, but I firmly believe that my involvement and interest in dance over the years has done that for me. And it has to be said that ballet, the involvement in ballet in a practical way, has kept me fit and healthy till the present day.